giving honor to God, who's truly the head of my life. For the pastor, first lady. I also want to say good morning to, I have my friend from Omaha, Nebraska. The crazy part about this is, being at the Culinary Institute of America, people come to this school from all over the world. I've made friends from China, Thailand, Mexico. I never thought I'd have a friend from Nebraska. But God has used, He has been like a guardian angel in my life. And so, in front of everybody, John, I want to say thank you for everything you've done for me. He's the reason why I'm getting back to school. I woke up this morning, I had a weird feeling that I had to say something to somebody. And now I'm in a pulpit, so, get in the spirit. I don't know if you can all that. Stop. My testimony pretty much is, like many of y'all know, I graduated with my associate's degree last year, June 12th, 15th, one of those days. And I wanted to go back, I wanted to get my bachelor's degree, but I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. And I really didn't know, but on the day I graduated, I went to the admissions office, I declared myself about the bachelor's. I was like, in 8 months, we'll figure out how to get back to school. Many of y'all saw me last summer, you saw me work, some of y'all don't really know some of the struggles that I went through. You don't understand some of the things that happened in the household, that happened to me going to work. I should not be standing here right now. I should not be alive. I should be on the streets. I should be angry at the world. But I'm not. So, class started February 11th of this year. And a lot of things happened. There was a couple of things that the school didn't tell me that I needed to do. So I was scrambling trying to do that, and I was able to, take care of what I need to take care out of my own pocket, which is a lot. I felt proud. I was like, yes, I'm 22, I paid for something. Let's be happy. All right, that's great. Got financial aid. Things worked out, went to school. That bill for that semester was over $7,000. But I got on that train, I was like, I gotta get my degree. Now this portion of my educational career is not for me. This is not really my passion. Cooking is my passion. I think I told you all a couple years ago, God spoke to me my senior year in high school and told me, your job is to feed the people. And those words were significant because he didn't say your job was to cook. He said it was to feed the people. Intellectually, spiritually, emotionally, and then just educate the people, which is cool. I'm telling you now, I'm not going to be like Pastor Jackson. I can't, well, if you give me 8 flat bright, that's not me. Pastor Jackson, that's not me, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm learning is that God uses people the way He wants to. Amen. So back to the story. I get to school, and for a week I did not unpack. Because I was in my head, I had the faith that I would do it, that I would stay, but I really couldn't see how it was going to happen. So I really, in some ways, I have a really pessimistic attitude. I expect the worst, and if I get the worst, I'm not disappointed, which is that's not really good to have, but pray for me. He's going to give me some more years to work on it. So I just went to class. I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen, but they're going to give me an education for free for 2 weeks. Why not? You know, we got 6 weeks into the semester when I finally got the email like, well, you have a balance due. You got until Friday. It was Wednesday. And I went to this dude right here. And I told him I wouldn't tell nobody, but God used him. God used him. I don't know his financial whatever. I don't really care. He's not my friend because of what he can do for me. He's my friend because he has a heart. I knew he had a heart before he ever spoke a word to me. That's the type of people I associate with myself with. If all you have to do is talk about people, run people through the dirt, you can't find anything positive, you're always right and never wrong, you go solve all the problems in the world. Let me go figure out how to be a better person. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm looking at you. I'm not talking to you, but hey, you're giving me comfort. That's good. There we go. So he comes to me the next day. He was like, I got something to tell you. I'm like, I don't know why you being so dramatic. What you talking about? Just tell me what you got to tell me. He comes to me, he's like, we're going to take care of your bill. Jesus! And I sat there. I'm like, you can buy me a Gatorade, but you ain't got to take care of my bill. Like, what are you doing? And it's funny because he has some stuff going on with school where he graduated a little later because of personal issues. A lot of people wanted me to come back to school in October. But for whatever reason, we both started at the exact same time. The exact. I walked into class, I was like, yo, what up, boy? Woo! Just like being myself, but it turned out that he was supposed to, and I knew that, you know, he grew up, his family does Catholicism. So I'm like, he knows. And the great thing about him, I'm not preaching a message on you, but you know, you've been instrumental in my life right now. But we can talk about anything. If I'm having a bad day, if I look at a female, I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? He will talk to me as if I'm a human being, not so much a Christian or a saint. He won't judge me because I'm attracted to what I'm supposed to be attracted to. Keyword, what I'm supposed to be attracted to. I won't get into that because the little side note, what I have learned being at school is that we need to make sure if we see people with spirits on them, don't get mad at the person. It's not the person's fault. Remember that the person is a vessel and he can be filled by anything, not just God, not just by the Holy Spirit. So if he's empty, that gives room for the devil to come in and do what he has to do. So we should not judge the person, but address the spirit. But the best way to address the spirit sometimes is letting that person know that he's a human being. She's the world and she's beautiful and all this other stuff. And once something happens inside of them, they be like, oh wow, I wonder why he thinks this way. I wonder why she thinks this way. They be like, oh, he go to church? Man, I had this experience with church folks, I don't know. But they will come in, and once they get here, whether it's that Sunday or 5 years down the line, God will do something to them. God will change it. Our job, we are farmers. That's all we are. We carry the seed. We plant the seed. And the other crazy thing that I learned is I went away to school. I'm like, I'm not drinking alcohol. I don't want to know, it's bad. I had to take a wines class. Every single day we had 10 wines to taste. Great experience. But what I learned is that God said we work in his vineyard. That's right. If you understand the vineyard, vines and grapes can't grow on fertile ground. They have to grow on gravel. In an environment that's not conducive to growing, they need to struggle and strive to gain the distinctive characteristics that make them special. So that means when you're working in God's vineyard, you're going to be planting on rocks, the desert. Things that you like, God, what are you doing? You don't understand your earth. Like, no, he knows. You just don't. God created If he's the creator, if he created all, he just showed you one possibility. He has unlimited possibilities to the outcome to everything.
That's right.
So don't you dare look at God and be like, sir, you don't know what you're doing. He'll sit you down in a heartbeat. So, back to school. So he takes care of 6th semester. I'm ready to cry. I ain't know what to do. We got 3 more semesters to take care of. So, you all saw me last month. And that's because I ended up getting a scholarship. It was roughly about $2,000. Came back, for whatever reason, I had everybody's attention at the, little awards breakfast or luncheon or whatever. Yeah, you better say it. So that happened, and then I did a scholarship at school. One of the chef has never had me before. He doesn't know what I am as a student. So I went through this, it was kind of rigorous process to get the money. Well, the amount was the same, just multiplied by 3. And so it was greater than what he could help with personally. So this man goes to the financial aid office. Please, I don't have a clue that any of this stuff is going on. I just knew, like, he said he's gonna take mom. Before I left, I meant to say this at the beginning. Before I left, my mother told me, you get on that train, you're going to get everything that you need plus some. And I was like, and that's my mama. And understand that that's significant to me because there are times where I was supposed to go to school and people were there with bats and pipes ready to beat the mess out of me for whatever reason. Like I said, I should be dead. I lose count. All the limbs of my body, how many times I should be dead. But because of my mother and because of you all's prayers. Yes, Lord. But my mother in particular, she has covered. God has used her to cover my life, even when me and her had our little feuds and whatever. So, the chef, I get an email, like, you need to come talk to me. I'm like, don't talk to me like that. I don't know how to feel about this. I come to his office, he was like, have you been in the financial aid office? Oh, no, not yet. He's like, go. I was like, what? You just told me to come down here. I'm a big dude, I don't like to walk. There's a problem. So, financial aid office. These people, they was like, oh yes, we've been expecting you. I'm like, oh yes, I feel like somebody right now, right? They's like, oh, we found $6,000 for you. Wait. Per semester, that's $18,000. I found this out a week before I had to come home. And I was like, wow, I don't really know what to say. I don't really know what to do. And then, so that being said, I'm roughly in between $3,000 and about $7,000 for school being totally paid off. And this is after trying to get a loan for $30,000. I already have a loan. And he's taking care of it. Since I've been in school, since I've been in college, I'm around $80,000 in scholarship. People have given me, I'm trying to figure it out because I'm a little boy from the projects. I grew up in the hood. I don't really look, talk. My pants sagging a little bit right now. That's only because I don't have a belt, no disrespect. But I don't look like I should be getting what I'm getting. But he's made a way.
Yes.
I want to make sure I'm clear because I do stuff that I'm not supposed to. And it's not that I'm saying it not because I'm proud of it, because I will be a testimony when it's over. I'm a testimony right now. I know what it's like to drink. I know what it's like to smoke. I know what it's like to get high. And I'm going to be real with you. I don't care if you like me or not. Because we got young people right here in the audience that's looking at me right now that are going through stuff that are unparalleled to some of our experiences. But know that the reason why you're not dead, the reason why you're not 6 feet under right now, is because somebody prayed for you. Even Even if it was God himself, he had a plan for you. You're not sitting in this room for no reason. It's not by mistake. It's not by coincidence. It's none of that. I want you to understand that. And I don't really know why I'm speaking, because for whatever reason, I try to run from speaking now. That's stupid. Pray for me. But he's used me as an example. And when I left, I heard that as well. He said, you're going to be the example. And I learned that you don't necessarily need money. The Bible does say the money answers all. It does say that. And when somebody told me that, I'm like, no, you're wrong. That ain't it about. And then they pointed it out to me. And you have to understand, money is the answer to all, but the love of money is the root of all evil. So don't love it. The only reason why money has any value is because I ain't going to get into that. I'm taking a macroeconomics class, so if my mind starts to go off a little bit, that's why. But